For the past few days, Phil has been saying like a lot of things that could be very, very funny, very good, or just borderline boring, which is the reason why I had been making videos as of late, but rest assured, I'm not giving this up anytime soon. But I will say this though, just to start off, that when Asmongold just reacted to Phil saying shit about him, it was a good sight. It was a very, very good thing to see, due to the fact that someone that has about 2 million subscribers reacting to Phil, and then Phil wants to say that it's our fault just because we linked it to him, even though it was one of his fans that linked it to him. But it was still good to see Asmongold's like take on it, so it's all good. That being said, let's tear apart some of the shit that he said today.
So the other topic I want to talk about is that a couple nights ago I was playing Diablo. And as I was playing Diablo 4, a topic came up with the audience, and the topic is as follows. Why don't you play these new releases more? Like, for example, when a new game comes out, why don't you play it like a marathon 2-3 days to get as far into the game as you can? A lot of the other streamers, your contemporaries, actually beat new releases within 2-3 days by playing them in a marathon setting, basically. You know, they're playing it, some of them are playing 13 to 18 hours a day and getting 40 hours into the game within 3 days.
Here's the thing with that though, Phil. The only reason why people brought this up is that every single time you play a game, you have to rush it every single time. You take not even a few weeks, you take months upon months to finish a game. And then when people notice it and they want to be like, hey, why don't you just do it 3 days in a row or just try to get it done in a full setting? He immediately goes, no. I have variety. I'm a variety content creator. I'm the one that has to put out multiple videos for people. But it still doesn't matter, though, due to the fact that everyone else has played Diablo 4. They've already beaten it, or they've gotten farther than he has. So they were making a good point with it, but he wanted to look at that and turn it into a way to insult Asmongold, as well as other streamers that do shit like this. As well as saying that everyone else that streams like that is not normal because they don't get to spend time with their loved ones like he does.
All right. So this opened up a discussion on the stream about how I handle new releases, about how it fits into my schedule, and how, you know, how set my schedule is, you know what I mean, for as much as I stream.
It brought up that discussion about his quote-unquote schedule, you know, the holy tome known as his fucking schedule, that he can't do anything about it unless he wants to change it himself. He's the one that has full control of the schedule. But he still went into this big hole, I'm better than you are, you fucking no-lives, because I have a good work-life balance.
How you know, dependable it is, but the fact that because I adhere to that schedule, that a lot of people feel like it holds me back from covering new releases more.
It kind of does. Like, honestly, if you were actually popular, I'm going to say this for the record, if you're actually like in the million subscribers and you did all that shit, it would actually affect your new release counter. But back in that day, in your past glory days, when you were part of Machinima, that never stopped you. You would rush through a game, get your paychecks from each game that you quote-unquote covered, and you just moved on to the next one. So the whole thing of, oh, guys, I can't play all the new releases, it's just another way for him to stick out his fingers, hold him up in the money signs, like, give me more money and I will.
But then during that discussion, what came up was that, well, in particular, there's a few streamers who do it way differently, and one of the names that came up was Asmongold, that I guess...
Yes, they brought up Asmongold because that was a good example. There were many other people that they could have used as the example, but Asmongold was the one that slipped out of the tip of the tongue.
When a new game comes out, Asmongold will actually, like, really dedicate himself to playing the game for 3 or more days.
It was because it was related to Diablo 4, because someone mentioned that he played Diablo 4 for 3 days straight, and he actually beat the fucking game.
To try to get through the main... I think the game that came up was Diablo, that he had played, like, the main story of Diablo within 2-3 days. It was done, so now when he plays the game, he's in the post-game, end-game content that's considered the best content of the game.
You know for a fact that Phil's not a true Diablo fan when he's saying that the best stuff is after the game, when you complete the full game and then you go to the post-credit stuff or post-game stuff. He thinks that that's the best part. It's like, really, Phil? A lot of people seem to think that the lore and stories of Diablo were good, excluding 3. That one's a bit iffy. And that the combat, the grind is actually okay.
People are excited as opposed to, here I am, I've been playing Diablo for over 3 weeks and I'm still in the campaign. I'm still in Act 4, right?
And now you're still going on through Act 3. I think you went to Act 4, didn't really notice it because your audio was so fucked throughout that entire playthrough that I don't like making videos when it comes to you talking about Diablo 4 or playing it.
And it opened up a discussion about it. And I was talking about, well, it's about work-life balance. If I only play games for 3 days, I mean, I'm not getting sleep. I'm not seeing my family. I'm spending no time with my wife. I'm not living up to my end of the bargain as a life partner doing chores. And you know what I mean?
No, Phil. That's what you wanted Kat to do. You wanted her to cook your ass meals. You wanted her to clean your fucking house. You wanted her to do everything while you sat in your fucking office and quote-unquote did your work. When all in reality, you were just being lazy playing video games. It's like, really, Phil? Kat has more of a job than you do, but yet you're not holding her in the bargain when she's texting you, calling you, saying, husband of mine, I have an emergency, and it takes you 30 minutes to respond. It just shows right there that you're a shitty fucking husband.
Like, how unfair would that be?
How is that unfair to Kat? Sunday, when the internet was down, you promised her a day out. All of a sudden, you found out the internet was back on. You cut that day short just to go back to quote-unquote work.
You know, it was an interesting discussion, but the fact that I even said it when I was saying it during the segment, I said, so you guys are literally name-dropping Asmongold, likely because you're trying to get drama stirred up.
Even though they were just giving an example, they weren't name-dropping him to start drama. The only person that brought up drama was you, because you were saying that, oh, people are no-life. Oh, people like Asmongold, for example. Though he's considered a no-life because of the way that he lives and how he works.
And I know that likely what will happen is all this will be taken out of context.
Even though when people covered this, it was actually in context.
Right? And because, again, it's about me. It's supposed to be about discussing me and how I cover new releases and why I cover them the way I do.
Even though it was about that, in quotes, about that, Asmongold was still brought up. He was still brought up by one of your fans. One of your viewers was the one that asked. And you still kept talking about Asmongold. You know.
Me!
This
is not me attacking others and their methodology. It's me defending my way of doing things.
Phil, you did attack all these people. You basically generalized them and saying that they have no fucking lives, no responsibilities, no families, no significant others to take care of, and that they're just losers. That's essentially how you generalize them. And you're going off saying, oh, no, you don't understand. My way is better because I have a good work-life balance. And then you proceed to try to ban people for saying that you don't have a family, which you don't.
I said, but I guarantee you this will be taken out of context.
Even though when people covered it, again, it was in context, in full.
And, you know, we went a little bit further in because people were, like, talking specifics about Asmongold. I'm like, well, I don't know the guy.
No. Nobody brought up specifics with him. You did.
I don't watch his content.
You do. You know who he is, so clearly you've watched his content.
I don't watch his gameplay.
You do.
I know very big generalities about him, and that's about it.
Even though you've watched his fucking content.
You know, so I talked a little bit more for, like, maybe I'd say probably the discussion lasted 10 minutes on my Diablo stream, right?
It lasted a little longer than that. And then, like I said, you were banning people because they were saying you don't have a family, which they were correct to say so.
So, of course, what happens? Literally exactly what I said happened. My haters/detractors took the segment, clipped it up, completely cut out the part with context.
They kept the context into it. What they cut out was the other shit that was not relating to the topic. They got rid of that shit because if they would have, like, clipped every single thing that you wanted to in that video, it would last up to 40 minutes long of just fluff. And then maybe like 5-10 minutes of the content. So what they were doing was good.
So when you watch their version, there was no discussion about me covering new releases whatsoever.
Yes, there was, Phil. Okay, so for context, Asmongold watched Memology 101's video. And in that video, it does show Phil talking about his new release scheduling. It did show that off. And I will link his original video in the description to show you that he actually did so.
And there was no criticism being thrown towards me saying that, oh, why don't you play those games more at release like others do?
Even though, like I said, it's in the video.
Instead, it's spun to make it look like I'm saying that others are doing it wrong And the way that I do it is better because now I have a work-life balance. So my methodology is better than yours because I have a life and you don't.
That's how you did it, Phil. You spun it in a way that was so condescending that you were making yourself look like the better person, and people like Asmongold and many others that do what they're doing, that they're worse because they can't take care of anything, that their significant others are pissed off, or they're single, that they could do whatever they want. That's why people made that clip of you. That's why Asmongold responded to that video.
I don't get it. How the hell are they living a life if they're sitting at their computer for 18 hours for 3 days straight? Then they're not spending any time with their family at all. So I don't understand that. In reality,
that was part of the clip that was in that video. That was the one that Phil was like, I don't understand why people could do that. Essentially, they have no life. They don't have a life. They don't go outside like I do. Even though he goes outside, oh, I don't know, once a fucking week.
If you actually watch the raw footage, that's not the discussion at all.
Yes, it was.
It's completely the opposite.
Even though it was completely in context.
I repeatedly say, anyone could do it in any way, it's all fine.
No, you didn't, Phil. You actually said that these people were losers and you were generalizing them.
But this is why I do it my way. I'm trying to tell you why I cover games the way I do and why it works for me.
Hey, Phil, if you were so successful in the way that you're doing it, why do you not have more views? Why do you not have any more memberships? Why is it that you constantly have to beg for money if that way was so successful?
But another thing might work for someone else. And in fact, I outright said in the segment, when I was younger, I used to cover games like that.
No, Phil. You didn't cover games like that. You rushed it. You didn't give a shit about the side content. Nowadays, you're pretending to care about the side content, but it's only if you want to milk the game. Looking at God of War Ragnarok as the biggest example. Now, I can look at the opposite of what you're doing now. You're reverting back to your old ways. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. You're rushing through it. You're finally at the final segment of the game, and you're not even strong enough or have enough good defenses to do anything about it. And knowing you, you're gonna bitch and complain every single time when you get hit. Oh, I died. They took all my health. This game is bullshit. People are kissing this game's ass.
It was incredibly unhealthy. I'd be sitting in my room for 18 hours, recording, constantly uploading, eating fast food because I didn't have time to cook.
No, Phil. I'm actually gonna say this now. You had a cooking segment called Poorly Cooking with the King, where you took time out of making fucking videos to show people how shittily you can make food and how bad of a cook you are. So there's that.
You know, and I was the most unhealthy, unhappy part of my life. I'm glad now that I have a better life, that I don't go back to those methods.
No, Phil. I'm saying no to you a lot because it's all a bunch of fucking horseshit here. Due to the fact that back in that time, when you were living in that condo, you were making machinima money. You were making good money. You were happy being so absorbed in your own greed that nothing else fucking mattered to you. Once you moved to Washington State and the one person that truly loved you left you, you became miserable like you are now. And this face right here looking so haggard and fucking decrepit, it shows that you're not happy about it anymore, that you're living an unhealthy life, and you want to say that, oh, I'm eating better, guys, even though you don't exercise.
So again, in context,
yeah, he's bringing up context a lot because we detractors take everything he says out of context.
The whole thing makes sense, and you can see that I'm not insulting anyone.
You were, by generalizing them.
I'm not going out of my way to name drop anyone.
Even though you brought up Asmongold in that same generalization.
It's literally an organic discussion with my audience.
Not very organic, Phil, because someone asked you the question and you took over the conversation, not even giving too much of a shit about what they were saying about it. Instead, it was about, I'm going to tell you why my opinion is better than your opinion. Oh, what's that? You actually think Asmongold actually has a life? No. He's a loser.
Taken out of context, which is all that my scumbag haters do, the whole thing does look like it's a slam piece against others. Like I'm slamming everyone else out there.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this, Phil. You can call me a scumbag all you want. If that makes you sleep better at night, you can call everyone else a scumbag. Like I said, if it makes your pee-pee hard at night so you can actually get it up to fuck cat, just know this. You're already a scumbag for the generalizations that you made and the constant condescension that you have towards your contemporaries, as well as your own audience. You have a scumbag mentality that you just sit there when you think that your opinion is right. You have a complacent look on your face, looking ever so fucking smug that, yeah, no one can outplay me on this. I beat you in the game of words. And then all of a sudden they prove your ass wrong and you get butthurt every single time. Stop saying that all these detractors are losers and scumbags when we're taking your words in context and you're trying to say that we're taking it out of context. The only one taking this whole thing out of context is you.
For doing things a different way than the way that I do it, which I did not. Okay.
You did. I'm going to repeat myself here. You did.
Basically what happened was, well, of course, one of my haters made a video like that, and all of my haters sent it to Asmongold and said, hey, because Asmongold does a whole segments of his streams where he reacts to stuff that people send him.
Big ups to Memology 101 for making that video. Again, linked in the description below. And big ups to Asmongold for reacting to it as well. Again, link in the description below as well. I'm going to link both of those.
So they said, hey, react to this, react to this, react to this.
One person sent it to him and he was like, hey, someone said this about you. And they're like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. Someone hates me, huh?
So he reacts to it. And it's about 20 minutes of him reacting to the clip. Now, of course, he's only reacting to what he sees, not to the whole conversation.
He's going by what he sees that was in context as clipped by Memology.
So I agree, out of context, the conversation, it's made to look like I'm insulting others for doing things differently of how I do it.
Even though you do it on an everyday fucking basis, Filbert.
Which is completely the opposite of what the discussion was, okay?
He loves to say that everything is the complete opposite when seeing the video and actually seeing the context, you know, from his stupid fucking videos. It matches up. It's just cutting out the fluff of dead air, him beating something in fucking Diablo. It's like cutting out the fluff and getting to the good part of it. Keeping the conversation flowing.
If you watch it, all right, basically, he's like, well, number one, if you play more games, or if you play more of a new release at launch, you're going to make more money. So if you play the hell out of a new release game at launch and you get through it, then you can take days off later in the week to spend with your family.
Which Asmongold is absolutely correct on that one. When he said that, I'm like, yeah, good point. That's an amazing point. Because if you spend 3 days a week playing the game, you finish it, hey, you got 3 days off. You got nothing better to do. Go do whatever you want.
And isn't it better to have entire days with your family than half days?
Even though you never have half days with your wife. Then again, you don't even take care of your fucking cat.
Okay? It's a good point.
It's a good point, but let me tell you why you're an idiot for believing that. Also, more context.
It's funny because people are like, no, they're married. It's like, okay, so they're married, but do they actually have like a life? Is my question. If like, let's say for example, when Diablo came out, I literally just sat here for 3 straight days and only played Diablo for 18 hours for 3 days, and we beat the story in 3 days. I would not spend time with my family. I wouldn't be eating meals or being healthy. I would actually probably feel like shit after doing that, and my wife would probably be furious.
Okay, so I'm going to respond to that part of the clip, because I tried making that video and I got so irritated with his audio that I just gave up on it. I'm just going to be blunt with everybody about that. So essentially, Phil is saying that, oh, if he played Diablo, his family would be mad at him and his wife would be pissed at him, saying that he can't eat healthy meals. Phil, just going to tell you this right now. You can still take breaks in between. You could be like, hey guys, I'm going to go take an hour break. I will be back. Or just something like that sort. Stop the stream, come back, and then play it some more. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But the problem is that you took it, spun it as a way of, that way is pathetic because I can't spend time with my family and I don't have a life. But all these people that can do it, they don't have a life. That's what you were generalizing about every other streamer besides you.
That's a good point. If it makes sense for a certain scale, all right.
Yeah, and which scale is that though, Phil? Because clearly it's not working out in your favor.
And the other points that he makes are basically like everyone has a right to do however they want. But
even though he never said that.
But then it's funny because some of the things in the video he outright laughs off and agrees with.
The only things that he laughed at in the video was the hat, because he saw you were wearing the cowboy hat. Found out about the tips goal, about giving you $100 to wear the hat. He thought that was stupid. And that clip in Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you tossed somebody off and said, bye, Dad. He thought that was funny because that was out of context. That was the one part out of context that was fucking hilarious.
He's like,
and also the drunk story. He was even like, what does this have to do with Diablo?
yeah, Phil, now he's not entirely wrong. Some of the things he's saying are actually good points.
The only point that he actually fully agreed with was the one about the lifestyles. How you were saying that most of these streamers out there have like wild lifestyles, which some of them do. I will actually agree with you about that. 2% agreement. But the rest of it's going to be bullshit, though, because you think that, all they do is, like, they party, they don't have responsibilities. Even though most of these people with wild lifestyles, they still have a responsibility. If they have editors editing their videos, have to pay them. If they have a family to take care of, have to make sure that the family's taken care of. If they're having, like, issues in their background, like personal issues, like medical issues, they're making sure everything is taken care of. But you seem to think that they don't have to worry about that. They don't have responsibilities. They're single.
Not to say that I was, everything that I said he agreed with, but essentially, here's the deal. Asmongold is a level-headed person.
Well, no fucking shit, Phil. Thank you for stating the goddamn obvious. Even though you made fun of the way that he was living.
Unlike a lot of people who have seen clips out of context about me over the years, he did not go to the extreme. He did not flip out, right?
Okay, but before we actually get to the part where he actually did flip out, and honestly, this is the one part of the video, I've seen it, and this is the one thing I don't agree with. The whole thing with, he didn't flip out about it, it's like, Phil, when Craig responded to you saying that the emails, sure, he flipped out about it, but he provided info about it, and he said he was trying to help you. Rich, same thing. Keemstar, same fucking thing. Detractors that they, quote-unquote, flip out on you, most of them are trying to help you and try to give you criticism that actually could work, but you're ignoring all the criticisms. I'm just saying.
It makes zero sense.
He's playing it. He's not playing it on a. Wait. What the? I just realized he's playing Diablo on a fucking console. What the hell is he doing playing on a console for? He could play on a PC.
He's basically
okay. That was the one part of it where I did not agree with, but again, it's all in the matter of preference. Due to the fact that I'm playing Diablo 4 on PS5, most people are playing it on PC, Phil's playing it on Xbox. My thing is, everyone has that preference to what they want to play it on, but I will agree that PC is better because it has more control, like more accessibility with control. But again, preference and power of choice.
Watching this clip, and it's funny because if you watch the full react, you get to the end of it.
Which he claimed that he didn't do, but turns out he reacted to it.
And at the end of it, he literally says this. He goes, so let me get this straight. This is a hate video about Phil. It's literally made by his hate watchers. That's what I'm watching. It's not his stream. I'm watching a hate watcher video. That's what you guys sent me. He goes, and this stupid video has 500 comments on it. And he cracks up. He goes, damn, what a ridiculous situation that these hate watchers literally just watch this guy to make shit like this and then act like it's something it's not. And they 500 comments on a fucking worthless video. And he even says, why did you send me this? Why did I even watch this?
This is all a bunch of fucking bullshit. He's putting words into Asmongold's mouth. He said, actually he didn't even say it. Someone mentioned it to him. And he's like, wait, most of his, people that watch him are his hate watchers. And he was like, generally curious about it. Most normies that go into the lore of Darkside Phil or the snort text, they have no idea what they're expecting. He was like generally curious about it. And at the end of that fucking video, he's like, what was the point of watching that? Then he's like, yeah, I don't know. And he laughs. That was the only thing that he said in that. He was genuinely curious. You're taking it as, all these people are fucking idiots. It just reminds me of that interview that he did with a journalist. And apparently Phil said in his podcast that essentially, this journalist said that they were mouth-drooling idiots. They were fucking morons. And that journalist came out and said, no, I never said this. He's putting words in my mouth. But that's what Phil would love to do. Flip the script, put words in people's mouths to make it look like that this guy right here is the innocent one and we're just the assholes. That's just his motive.
There was no point. There's nothing to this video. It's a waste of time.
Never said it was a waste of time. At all. Like, sure, he laughed it off like it was a waste of time, but never said it.
It's obvious bullshit.
Never said that either.
Right? He's smart.
I know he's smart. He has more of a fan base than you do. But at the same time, he never said the shit that you were saying, Phil.
He's fucking smart. He saw through the bullshit.
Phil, he didn't see through the bullshit. He was actually legitimately curious about your bullshit.
He's like, what a dumb thing. you know? But that's the sad fact, is that's the majority of stuff on the internet about me is that.
Even though there are some cases of it, like, what was the good example? Frederick Nugson's Down the Rabbit Hole video that you responded to, and you agreed that that was good. The Butthead's fucking controller slam videos. You're like, I like this. This is great content. I don't like the ones that are slamming me for no reason, even though we have every justifiable reason to do so.
It's people always spinning it to be something it's not, to take it out of context and misrepresent me. Asmongold's smarter than that. So he was able to look at it and be like, wow, it's a stupid bullshit.
Even though what you're spinning it as is bullshit, and you're taking what he said completely out of context and putting words in his mouth. And you know he had to, like, swirl that water in his mouth, chew on it, and just go,
Here's the deal. I just summarized, all right?
By summarized, he paraphrased it and put words in Asmongold's mouth.
I would like to do, and this is only if you guys would like me to, and this is up to you. What we can do is during this Sunday's marathon, I will do a live react to the Asmongold react.
What's the point of doing that as a react video if you've already watched it, Phil? It's lost its charm if you already watched it. Then it's not a genuine reaction. It's just you contemplating things in your head of what you could say to spin it like we're fucking assholes. And you want to bring it up because, come on, guys, you got to come to Darkside Phil's dick-sucking pandemonia where it's all about me, about my opinions, and if you don't agree, get the fuck out of my party.
In which case, I can add the entire context to it.
Even though you won't.
Meaning, instead of them cutting out half the fucking conversation, I can explain what the full conversation was, how it was in context.
Memology never cut it up into segments and took out parts. It was in context with some memes put into it.
We can do that. It's up to you, though. But we don't have to do it. But I'm feeling that's the best time to do it. Because I was
yeah, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I really want to do it, you guys.
thinking about doing it on Saturday, but I was like, nah, people want me to watch the clips that they submit.
And that you'll skip.
For DSP versus the internet. They don't want me taking up their time to do another random clip that's unrelated.
Even though you waste everybody's time by skipping the videos recommended to you, or you're skipping ahead and not giving a genuine reaction.
So, it's up to you if you guys want it or not. But I think live reacting to what he's saying makes a lot of sense. Because the truth is, a lot of what he's saying is completely good.
Is this going to be like another critical situation where you're like, oh my god, I've seen the light. Sir Asmond has shown me the light.
It makes sense. If you're watching a video that's out of context, I'm not surprised he reacts that way.
Even though he can watch any content that he wants and he has that reaction. And Asmongold actually can give really good philosophical advice while you can't.
Right? Look, I'll give you one
That was fucking disgusting.
example, okay? When he says, well, if you just play a new release a ton in the first 3 days it's out and you get through it, you're going to get more views, you're going to get more money. That's actually not true.
But then again, Phil, it depends on who it is, though. Like, granted, it's an agreement to disagreement. The whole thing, it's based around the personality playing the fucking game. And also, when you do so. Like, if it's day one release and it's a good personality, yeah, that person will be making a lot of money and getting a lot of attention. But you seem to spin this as they're getting money thrown at them by their viewers. That's what they're getting. When in reality, some of them don't even give a shit. You seem to think that every streamer that does it is in it for the money. You did that with XQC when he went to Kick. That's all a game of get the bag.
I'm just being honest. It's not.
You're never fucking honest, Phil. Just shut the fuck up about being honest.
This is hilarious. All right, this is hilarious because I have to address this because it's so stupid. Someone tipped $1 and says, you always say things are out of context, but all the clips about you are legit uncut clips from your streams with no editing whatsoever.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Whoever tipped Phil that was absolutely correct. But Phil wants to spin it around. It's like, no. My detractors are scumbags. They take what I say out of context. You're just an idiot.
You have no clue what context means, do you?
Do you?
Like, what you said in the tip is so incredibly stupid.
How is it stupid, Phil? It was a genuine statement that this person made, and how you're reacting got you riled up, and you want to insult somebody.
It's remarkable how dumb you are.
And this is how you treat your fucking audience every single time. And people don't believe us when it's like, oh no, he's always nice to us. Yet, if someone gives him a tip and he says something that's actually truthful, he'll look at them and be like, you're a fucking idiot. every fucking time because it's against of what he wants to believe.
Say that on my stream, like I'm not going to address it. Do you understand what context is?
Do you understand what context is? You know what? So Phil wants to sit there saying that we don't know what the definition of context is while treating his audience like they're a bunch of fucking idiots. So I'll give y'all a little piece of advice here. I'll give y'all a little history lesson or a word lesson to what the word context means. Context is usually the circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or an idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood and assessed, fully analyzed, as it were. But also it could be the parts of something written or spoken that immediately precede and follow a word or passage and clarify its own meaning. But you could also say that it's taking the parts of a discourse that surround a word or passage and can throw light on its meaning. That's the whole thing about context. But Phil wants to sit there saying that we detractors take everything that he say out of context, even though there are channels around Phil that take everything that he says in context and just clips out the bullshit that's not even relevant to the context at hand. So they're doing something smart with it, taking his hour and a half long podcast and cutting it down to like maybe 10, 5, 20 minutes in full context. So Phil wants to sit there saying that we're the dumbasses, that we don't know what we're talking about, and that we're just taking his word and just twisting it to our own benefit. Even though he does this on an everyday basis.
Context does not mean someone edited a clip so you're saying something you're not saying. That would actually be like dishonesty. That would be like, for example, cutting up audio clips of someone saying a swear word they never said because they took little blips of things they said and edited it together to make it sound like it or something, right?
So you're talking about essentially AI. Like, honestly, AI is one of those things. Granted, if used correctly, it can be entertaining. But at the same time, though, what you're seeming to suggest is like what Memology does while he adds in like meme clips into it, that's dishonest while he's adding the other clips that are in context into it. What you're saying is making zero sense.
That's not what I'm saying. Have you no idea what context is? Context means in the capacity of making sense in a line of discussion, something means one thing. But if you pull it out of that line of discussion, it means completely something else. An example here would be the Asmongold discussion. Number one, I never brought up Asmongold. A viewer did, right?
Correct. Even though that viewer brought him up, you still kept him going. You still brought him up every fucking time. In this face, he's looking at his chat going, yeah, I said something correct. You better believe me or else I'll ban you.
I didn't know anything at all about Asmongold and his situation of streaming or what he played or anything.
Yes, you did. Stop bullshitting people into believing that, oh yeah, I never did that. I don't know who he is. I never watch his content, even though you have a tab of him up right now.
Right? At all. That was someone bringing it up as a reference saying, oh, Asmongold's like that.
No. What you brought up was that Asmongold had no life, generalizing him into thinking that he lives in a pigsty, he doesn't know what it's like to have a social life, and that he never has a family or responsibilities. That's what you generalize Asmongold as. Everyone else was saying that he does 3 days of playing the same game over and over and over till he beats it, and then he takes his 3 days off. And you looked at it going, oh, no, that's stupid because they have no life. I have a good work-life balance. And then someone asked you if you exercise, like, wait, what does that have to do with the conversation?
So I'm taking someone's word for it. It wasn't a name drop. I didn't drop the name. A viewer did, but that's not in the clip. The clip cuts that part out.
No, it didn't, Phil.
Where I'm reading off what the viewer said. That makes it out of context. That's not fair to me.
Again, Phil, it was taken in context. It seems like you don't know what in context and out of context is.
Also, the line of discussion began when people were saying to me, Phil, the reason that people aren't really following along these RPG playthroughs is because you take too long to play the games.
Not only that, but you play it very fucking boringly, and that you just don't want to play the game anymore. You're like, I bought this game! Oh god, I'm awake.
If you spent 3-4 days just playing these games as they released, then maybe you would actually get somewhere because you get really far into the games and get through most of them in a few days, and a lot of streamers do that.
Like what Asmongold does, which is a good way to do so. Agreed. It's not going to be catering to everyone else's schedule on how they do things, but it's all in a matter of preference. It's all in a matter of how they want to run their own streams. You clearly do not know how to run streams properly.
That was the discussion. And then my discussion was, well, here's why I don't do that. Because I have a work-life balance,
Which you clearly don't.
because I have a schedule, because I'm
No, you don't.
a variety content creator that
No, you're not.
juggles multiple games.
Even though you piss poorly do it, or it looks like you're bored with it, every single time that you don't make enough money on it, you want to drop it.
I would upset a lot of people if I only played one game for 3-4 days straight.
Even though that when you drop Zelda, people were still pissed off, and you were like, huh, I guess I gotta play this stupid game.
Like, that was the conversation. In
Even though it really wasn't.
context, it makes sense. If you cut that whole early conversation out, all it sounds like is I'm criticizing others for doing things differently than the way that I do it, and I'm trying to say that my way is perfect. It's not.
Okay, Phil, I'm gonna give you a lesson. I'm gonna give you this lesson. So, glad that you're seated. I'm gonna tell you what this is. Out of context, like you're claiming that we detractors are taking your word out of, is without the surrounding words or circumstances, and it's not fully understandable. That's what you're thinking that we're doing. However, we're taking it in context, which is considered together with the surrounding words and circumstances. So, you discussing about your work-life balance in Diablo 4 was in the memology video, so he had it in context. What you took of Asmongold's response was completely out of context by putting words in his mouth. Did you understand that, Phil? Good. Class is dismissed. You failed. Get the fuck out of my class.
It works for me. It doesn't mean that it works for everyone else. But again, it's about doing it in context. And if you cut that out of context, it sounds differently than what it is.
Even though you have no idea what context is at all.
So I can't make you understand the concept of context, but your tip shows you have no idea what it is. And the fact that you just think that someone takes something that I said on a stream without editing it makes it truthful or makes it meaningful or makes it that, oh, so you said that, so therefore we didn't make anything up.
Phil, what you have said was in that video that Asmongold responded to, but you completely ignored it because you wanted to fit your narrative. You wanted to fit your agenda every fucking time. That you're the good guy and that detractors are the shitlords that are just trying to ruin your life, when the only person that can ruin your life is Philip P. fucking Burnell.
It just shows how dumb you are. It must be.
Even though, not gonna lie, you are the dumbest motherfucker in the face of the fucking internet, Phil. So after Phil just lied about what Asmongold said and just made himself look worse with his own discussion, he went on to play Street Fighter 6 because he's trying to get Diamond with Blanca, which it's kind of a sad thing for him to try to do, even though Blanca is not really a good character to play with. But it did give us a lot of salt, though, so I might as well just make this other part just him getting salty, like always.
Kick in and be worse then? Oh, no.
Oh, yes, JP.
Well, guys.
Nice fedora that JP has. Not gonna lie, he's looking dapper as shit.
Well, here we go. What the hell? Man.
That was a beautiful way to get out of the corner, but also baiting. That was a beautiful play from Bluto.
Mash jab. Amazing mix-up. Mash jab.
Well, then again, Phil, a lot of people's jabs are quicker than everyone else's. Like, you know, Cammy's were being too quick, even though that's how she plays. You just don't seem to understand that that's how some characters can be. They have a quick jab. That's why a lot of people can beat you.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh, it's fucking bullshit. He ruined my win streak.
Why'd that hit me? Can't block. Tried to
Beautiful teleport.
block high. He gets full combo and I can't block. Had to because I had no meter. I had to go for it.
No, Phil, you couldn't have to go for it. You could have moved backwards a little bit more, but you chose to do it because you're trying to use a Hail Mary to try to win the match, which would not have worked out in your favor. Oh god, the mashing is back. You know that he's done with this.
I just love that he gets like 50-60% damage off things I'm obviously blocking or trying to get around and it doesn't fucking work.
If you were blocking, you could have, oh, I don't know, not take a lot of hits. Sure, your fucking drive meter would have gone down a little bit, but still, you did not block at all.
Luck, just mashing. Now he gets wall bounds off of mashing. What the fuck?
Phil, that wasn't mashing. He was putting you into a corner. He was using combos. He beat you. Why the fuck are you saying, oh, he's just gonna mash? You know, just keep mashing like he always does.
He gets luck off of mashing, jab into wall bounce. Then I don't get my reversal. He easily wins the round off of complete luck.
Even though he was attacking you and you were in your damage animation, so you couldn't really do anything. Sure, you're putting in the inputs, but you're in the damage animation cycle. You have to wait for that to be done.
Of course.
Of course. And it looks like he won.
From Freaky Professor. Hey, Phil, any updates on a new PC? Do you have any money set aside already? I don't have the opportunity to set aside money. I hate to say it.
No, because Hogan keeps asking me for money every single time. When I don't have the money, he tries to beat me up.
All my money has to go to established, debts and things that I'm paying.
Established debts? I didn't know paying WWE champions for pools was considered an established debt.
Eventually, I'd like to get a new PC. It's really not in the cards right now, nor is it really needed.
Phil, you had plenty of opportunity. You had ample opportunities to get a new PC, but you keep squandering it on fucking WWE champions. And then you had to bring up the whole, oh, my tire was stolen. See, this is why I didn't fucking buy a PC, you guys.
Because of all the other upgrades that I did this year, including my camera, my lighting.
Even though those are all donated to you.
And my cap.
But then again, you're just saying right there that you bought those. So which is it? Did you buy them yourself? Or did a fan donate those to you?
Capture device.
Which, it still looks terrible.
Everything seems to have been going fine this year when it...
No, it has not for you, Phil. The Size Girls interview is calling, you're in for a bad time.
Comes to the quality of my capture. Now, if I'm...
No, it still looks worse. Even that camera that you got, it was the same, if not worse than the one you originally had.
I'm gonna get a new PC, I want to get one that's future-proof, so I can kind of game on it plus capture.
Which you could easily do so, Phil, but the problem is that you don't want to do any fucking research. Instead, you're looking up parts for it that you claim that you know what they're for, and it's going to cost you a lot of money when you don't need them.
In which case, it's going to be pretty pricey, so that's something much more long-term. Maybe eventually we'll do something like a fundraiser to try to get one.
Hey, I thought you don't do fundraisers, Phil. Even though you did one for saving the house and the taxes and also the shower, the dishwasher, the car.
Right now, it's not something I'm too concerned about. You know, this year, for example, I might have been able to do something like that, but then we got things like my tire getting stolen off.
Way to bring this up again, Phil. The tire being stolen, even though, like I said in the last video that I covered about you, it was just a flat tire that you tried to make into a grift.
Off of my car, among other things behind the scenes that have financially not allowed me to say.
Not allowed me to say, even though people can already tell what it is. WWE champions.
So it kind of sucks, but it's just reality right now, okay?
Even though you're so out of touch with reality that you can easily get a new PC, but you just don't want to. Because, oh my god, this $1,000 PC that I just got, it's not doing what I want, guys, even though it can be upgraded later.
I also received a $1.50 tip from Chocoboko. I have nothing against new characters. I wish T-Hawk would be in the game instead. I don't have money to do it. 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 I don't have money to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that clip in. Even though I usually cut some of these out, I'm leaving that clip in, though, because this was during the time where he was lying about WWE champions. He kept saying over and over that he did not have money to do it, even though he clearly had the money to do it. He just wanted to squander it on JPEGs that have no real worth.
Why did that hit? I don't know.
Because you were blocking low and she was attacking high.
What's going on? I don't know why I'm getting hit.
Because you're not blocking.
I never did anything.
That's why.
That's it. Look at this crazy combo off of... I did nothing. I literally was waiting and I got hit. And I lose all that fucking health.
Even though Marisa, this person clearly knows how to play Marisa very, very well. When Phil plays as Marisa, he's just spamming her moves over and over and over, winning, in quotes, and then bitching and complaining when he's losing.
What happened there? What? jab beats my dash cancel.
Yes, that always will happen with you, Phil, but also, you're going up against a diamond. Someone that actually has played this game for a good bit, knows how to use Marisa to their full potential, but yet you're just going to sit there saying, oh, they have no life. They just kept practicing in the lab.
I did anti-air, and somehow it comes out late, and her jump kick stuffs it.
No, you did not even do an anti-air. You just stood in place doing nothing.
So it's bullshit.
It's bullshit when everyone else wins, but if I win to bullshit, no, that's a legit win.
Annoying shit, because why did I lose?
He's just like mashing that fucking like fighting pad. He's just mashing it over and over. Like, come on, I just want to leave. This match sucked.
I don't even know. I don't know why I started getting pummeled in the corner. I don't remember making a mistake.
You did make mistakes, plenty of them.
Why? Why?
Because you attacked and you weren't even, oh, I don't know, hitting them?
Why? This is insane.
That was actually a beautiful counter, I'm not gonna lie. Blowing raspberries at nobody?
Literally one hit string. The whole fucking round.
Yes, because this Marisa knew what she was doing. Also, you didn't even counter it with a drive impact. Instead, you just sat there and took it. Like a bitch.
One hit string based off of a hit. I don't know why I got hit.
Even though you weren't doing anything to, I don't know, block it?
I hate that shit.
You hate it when you lose. That's what we're seeing. Anytime that you lose, you hate it. You just want to, like, take the game. Then again, you didn't buy it physically, you bought it digitally. You just want to take your console and throw it up against the wall like, oh, Phil Smash, medic game, Hey, our boy Guile, the true patriotic American.
Literally bullshit. He just keeps getting to fucking counter hit everything I do with nonsense. He's not even timing it.
Yes, he is, Phil. You're attacking, mash low. You're trying to attack, mash low, throw. This Guile got you. Pure and fucking simple.
I can't do anything. Literally, I can't do anything.
Because he's getting you at the wake up. That's the best time to attack. Once you're at the wake up, you don't have ample time to do anything unless you have quick reflexes. That's the reason why this Guile is, oh, I don't know, kicking your shit in.
Wow, you really outplayed me.
Yes, he did. He outplayed you. He put more skill into it than you did, and you just, like, stood there and took it. Kudos to KO Sentinel.
You really outplayed me.
Or TKO Sentinel, my bad.
One random level 3, a fucking hit string where everything just hits in a row and I can't block it. You're an amazing player.
You know, you look like a rabid dog right now, but instead of rabies, it's fucking salt. All that we could see foaming out of your mouth is just pure, unadulterated salt.
What the fuck? I couldn't punish it. I literally couldn't punish what he did. Of course, bullshit.
Of course it's bullshit. Even though I'm doing everything right, they're doing everything wrong.
Level 3! Nothing! Nothing!
Because you're not putting in the timed inputs, Phil.
Nothing! Dude, fuck this.
He is a real American.
Fuck this.
He fights for the rights of every man.
Complete bullshit.
Guile's a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for that salt.
I can't slide under Sonic Boom. It doesn't work. I can't even get over Sonic Boom.
Because you're not doing anything. You're not blocking. Phil, hold the joystick back. You can block it. There you go, numbnuts. You jumped over it.
That's it, level 3. Completely unearned.
It was completely earned, Phil. Just shut up and take it like a man.
Completely unearned victory with Guile. What a shithead. Seriously.
First, it was like victories with Cammy, they're full of shit. Wins with Ken, they're full of shit. Or Jury. But now Guile, you're an asshole. Which is it, Philip?
Fucking shithead gameplay. Why can't I get around fucking Sonic Boom?
Because you're not, oh, I don't know, blocking it, jumping over it in time. There's a lot of things that you did wrong with this, Phil.
Can't slide under it. It won't let me.
Because it won't let you? Because that's how it's programmed?
It should let me slide under. You can't slide under Sonic Boom on reaction. The game is too slow. It won't let you do it. From mid-range, that should be an easy go under the fireball and trip them, and it won't let me do it.
It won't let me do anything because I just got my ass destroyed by this true patriotic American. We salute you, Guile.
That's fucking bullshit. It literally spam Sonic Boom and do random safe move from mid-range.
Wait, you're saying that your opponent, isn't it now? Like they're subhuman? Way to really insult your fucking opponents, Phil.
Literally no skill. Sucks.
Even though you're not showing any skill with this Blanca gameplay. All we're seeing from it is spam, spam, spam. Oh, I'm losing to someone that actually knows what they're doing with this character. What the fuck? I just lost.
Sucks to lose to that. It really does.
Oh, it sucks to lose. Well, guess what, Phil? It also sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Complete shitty shit. I'm pissed. I just lost 80 rank points to a fucking guy doing absolutely nothing because you can't react to Sonic Boom online.
Well, whose fault is that, Phil? Clearly, it's not the person that played Guile.
I can't slide under Sonic Boom online. I'm right there, and it stuffs my fucking slide. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck this shit. This game sucks. But I love Street Fighter.
The whole point of the slide is to get around fireballs from mid-range, and the game won't let me slide under the fucking Sonic Boom mid-range. I get
because you don't know how to time it properly, Phil.
stuffed somehow. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Phil, why don't you get the fuck out of here? It's clear that you lost to this Guile. GG's to that Guile player. Roses and tulips. Give the compliments. Move the fuck on.
He's not timing it. He's literally just spamming it over and over.
My God, are you still talking?
Because they made Guile Sonic Boom so fast in this one that you could just get away with spamming it over and over. What am I supposed to do?
I wouldn't really say that Guile is quick or fast. He's at a good, speed, but he's not quick like Jury or Cammy or Jamie. But granted, he is somewhat of a powerhouse. He's a good, I wouldn't say he's like a heavyweight. He's more like a good medium weight.
Stand there and parry the whole round? Obviously, I need to get some kind of a life lead, and then he would get randomly lucky and guess.
Oh, yeah, he would have to guess, even though you're doing the same thing every time. Also, there's a Cammy.
With fucking mid-range shit that would counter hit me. I should have just kept spamming Drive Impact like a scrub, and I would have won.
Wait. So people that can use Drive Impact and their timing it well, that's scrubby gameplay. But you spamming it makes you look like a scrub. Phil, you're already the king of the scrubs. Are you going to be the god of the scrubs next? Hey, it's Cammy gameplay. Let's go.
No idea what she's going to do. I have to guess. It's going to be a throw or a meaty.
You don't even know what she's doing, Phil. It's clearly obvious that you're being predictable. So no shit, she was going to throw you.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I don't know. You could have gotten out of the corner, escaped the throw, jump over if you tried doing so. You know, anything but standing there like an idiot.
Just gotta guess. Oh no, what the hell?
She got you with a good throw. And also with a good fucking anti-air.
Oh, come on.
You try using Drive Impact, make yourself predictable. You got countered with Cammies. Good word, the queen of the cakes have fucking destroyed you.
Once I'm in the corner, I don't know what to do.
Because once you're in the corner, you're open. You're easily fucking open. But as I mentioned before, plenty of times where I covered Phil playing Street Fighter, put him in the corner, he's a salty little bitch boy.
My fucking anti-air misses all the time in the corner. Wow!
Nicely timed by that Cammy. That was nicely timed.
Full screen level 3, did not know that.
Yes, because you were in the middle of an attack animation, leaving you open. So once again, Cammy got you. Can't anti-air got you. That's a good name.
Full screen level 3 punishes it. Had no idea.
Oh, damn. Nice damage.
Oh my god.
Nice punish. Can't anti-air. Just goddamn it. Sorry, I tried to say his name and I couldn't stop laughing. Sorry.
Apparently you can't punish her meter burn move. How the fuck did I know that, right?
Oh, I don't know, because you're not learning?
You can't punish it. Wow.
You could try to punish it, but at that point, it's too late. Also, we're going up against Dalsim? That's new.
No, 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 no!
Oh yeah, I saw that little lag spike, but he didn't even call it out.
This sucks ass. Are you serious?
Oh god damn, that went up to like 950. Oh fuck me.
What?
Yes, Manon got you that kick and you got hit.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Nope. I blocked! I
No, you didn't, Phil. You went for an attack and she got you with the drive impact.
fucking blocked! What? I blocked!
Beautiful throw.
This is bullshit!
That's what you give every single time you call Manon minnow.
She jump kicked the fucking anti-air overdrive ball and beat it clean. And then I dash cancel blocked to bait and she still got the fucking counter hit and then she quit like a fucking bitch.
How did she quit like a bitch, Phil? She got the win entirely. She probably had some things to do.
What a bullshit fight that was.
No, it wasn't, Phil. It was actually a really good fight. Like, granted, what I'm going to do with this, here's how I'm seeing it as. Every time an opponent leaves, they're trying to find someone else that is worth their time. You were clearly not worth their time. That's the reason why they, quote-unquote, quit like a bitch, so they can find an opponent that's actually worth their fucking time. You provide people with no fights. You provide them with no challenge. That's why that Manon left. You do that every single time. You make yourself predictable, make yourself open, and it's just not fun.
Every fucking hit was bullshit. Are you shitting me?
It wasn't bullshit, Phil. It was nicely timed.
Are you fucking shitting me? Literally nothing.
He's looking over at his chat, making sure that he's getting validated and confirmed that what he's saying is correct and that he did nothing wrong.
Nothing of skill.
It was skillful, Phil. Got you with those throws. Those beautiful ballerina throws that took a good chunk of your health. This was all timed. She knew what she was doing.
Complete bullshit. Wow. That kills me.
It kills you, huh? On the inside or physically?
Obviously fucking is complete nonsense. Yes, I can just jump kick clean through your timed fucking perfect overdrive anti-air.
That wasn't even beautifully timed, or was it perfect? It was not. It was sloppy. That's why the Manon got you with the kick.
And then I'm just gonna cleanly pass through everything. Even when you dash cancel block, it's still gonna hit you. Like,
even though you weren't blocking, you're trying to go for an attack, and you're not very good at your reflexes, Phil.
get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, Phil, get the fuck out of here. Hey, Queen of Cheeks is back. Oh no, it's the same guy! Oh yeah! Round 2, baby, let's go!
No dash cancel at all. Dude, my moves aren't coming out repeatedly. Now
Because you're not timing these moves right. Can't anti-air's gonna beat you again.
I lose because my moves didn't come out.
Yeah, beautifully timed.
Repeatedly, I kept doing electricity and it wouldn't fucking come out.
Oh, I can't do my certain moves, guys, even though when we see your replays, we're seeing you put in the inputs when it's after another move.
It doesn't come out. Nothing I can do. Bullshit.
Well, then again, she got you with that throw and you barely had any health left, so GG's for can't anti-air yet again.
Fucking nonsense online, man.
God, man. How many times are you mashing that button? Is it broken at this point?
All because my fucking moves drop.
Poor stick. Now it's not even crying to its family. Now it's crying to wherever God is out there of the electronics, trying to end him right now.
I lose the fucking fight. My moves drop and I lose the fight. Fuck, man.
Fuck, man. That stick, not only is it dead, but it's going straight to wherever afterlife it is, and it's getting tortured.
I should have waited and baited the jump in.
Well, then again, you were way too late.
I should have waited and baited the jump in.
Beautiful fucking combo from that Cammy. Beautiful.
God damn it.
Poor fight pad. He's probably going to be like, guys, I can't play Street Fighter. My fight pad's broke. You better give me a new one, goddammit.
Fuck.
You know, imagine, just imagine this. He's actually sponsored by Hori, and they actually give him a new fight stick. It looks really nice, and that he's like, oh, this is a really nice fight stick, and all of a sudden, he breaks that one, and they see this like, wow, this guy does not know how to take good care of his equipment.
Oh, my drive impact doesn't come out.
No, because you were attacking.
Nothing I can do.
Are you sure that this guy did indecent things to him? Because clearly the Queen of Cheeks is just destroying him.
Literally, when I'm keep dropping one critical move, or I get the wrong move, and it just leads to me losing the entire game.
Even though you are putting in the correct move, but you're trying to use another move, saying, no, I wanted that move instead.
I lose one fucking move drops, and that's it. That's the whole game, because the move doesn't come out.
Because you're not timing it right. Also, the wiggling of that stick when you're trying to put in the buttons, it's giving you different moves every single time, Phil. Do you not realize this?
Either it's a missed dash cancel, or a missed fucking Blanca ball, right?
A missed move, missed Blanca ball, missed this, missed that. Yeah, you sure missed the point about life in general, and yet you still miss its point when someone tells you. Welcome back, JP.
Bro, interrupt.
Did he just like, hold on, I'm going back to that. Was he trying to be like one with the kids, be like, bro, snort.
Interrupt, come on. I'm interrupting the drive impact with a throw. The throw doesn't come out.
No, you didn't, Phil. You tried to go for a jab.
What the fuck? No. Where's my move?
You're not putting in a move. We didn't hear you going.
Not jab. You fuck.
You didn't even do anything. All we heard was nothing from you. And then you were like, where's my move?
Fucking stupid thing. I don't want jab when he's jumping.
Also, one thing I forgot to mention. He's going up against diamonds. And they're wrecking his shit every fucking time. And it's beautiful.
No, mash jab to get out of it. You fucking scrub.
How is he a scrub, Phil? He knows what he's doing. And he got out of the corner. So what is he doing wrong? Tell us.
You fucking scrub. Mash jab to get out of my fucking mix-up.
Good lord, you are sounding more like LTG right now. And, well, then again, that's not really a hard comparison to say.
Fucking bullshit.
No, Phil, that was not fucking bullshit. Push you away from him, use the projectiles to his advantage, and beat you. That's a power move. That was a good play from Prometheus. That's the word. I was trying to say something else. I was going to say Prometheus.
Fucking bullshit. Yes, he parried it. I'll give him that. Then what did he do after the parry? Fucking mashed, safe mid-range move.
And what were you doing, Phil? Standing there and taking it like a little bitch that you are.
Of course he gets it.
Well, yeah, because you're predictable. That's the reason why. Anytime that someone uses a drive impact, immediately you can either drive impact counter it, or you can counter it with a drive impact. There's a lot of things you can do with that, Phil, but you're just going to say he's a scrub again, aren't you?
He mashed mid-range safe move.
Also, that really wasn't a mid-range safe move. It was up close and personal. Now it's a full screen effect, and it's beautiful.
No parry. Mash mid-range fucking drive impact.
That was it mid-range, Phil.
This is unbelievable, dude.
This person clearly knows how to play JP. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I want to find this person and actually ask him for tips.
Can't block. Dude, well, everything he does, either mash, safe, or guess. Literally nothing on reaction. Everything is a mash, safe, or guess.
Phil, you're leaving yourself open, and every single time, I'm repeating myself, you're doing predictable shit. That's the reason why this person can outplay you and prove to everybody here That they have more skill than this than you are. Granted, they're diamond, but they have experience of how to use JP to their full potential.
That's pathetic.
How is it pathetic, Phil? Please tell us, how is it pathetic?
This sucks.
Look what you did. You tried using Drive Impact. He countered it. What the fuck? This is stupid.
This is fucking bullshit, and it's pissing me off now, man.
You know what? I did make that comparison of LTG. Why don't you do what he did and, oh, I don't know, suspend it indefinitely?
That was my new trick. It's supposed to combo, but I don't know if he blocked it. Did he block it or not?
He threw you, Phil. So it didn't work.
I don't know. Yeah, it's bullshit. I hate this shit.
I hate this shit. I hate when I lose. It's affecting my pride. I used to win in 4th place at EVO, dude.
He plays a safe-ass fucking JP, neutral.
No, he really doesn't play a safe one. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to produce the projectiles to his advantage. He knows how to teleport. He knows how to defend himself when he's in a corner. He knows what he's doing. You don't know jack shit about defending yourself in the fucking corner. Instead, you're sitting there going,
JP, and a lot of mashing. The reason he got out,
even though you're doing more mashing than he did.
A lot of my stuff is mashing the button. He didn't time it.
Even though you were mashing the button more than he was.
He mashed it a lot.
Like I said, that's what you were doing.
And that's fucking lame.
You're fucking lame for doing so.
Mashing the button online.
Mashing the button. Like he always does.
And hoping for the best. And because the character has incredibly safe neutrals that are safe priority, it beats half the shit I'm doing.
Do you understand the shit that you're talking about? Every time you say that he had a safe neutral, that he's playing it safe, that he has mid-range, full screen of anything, it's just clear as day that you're trying to use this quote-unquote FGC experience that you had back in the day, and you're trying to use it now. Phil, the game has changed, and clearly, you're losing it.
I have just received an incredibly generous $100 tip from Jinx.
Thanks, Ryan. Glad to see you're back after he doxed you.
Jinx is here for the first time in a couple of weeks.
He's been around, but he doesn't contribute much.
And has just tipped a whopping $100.
I love how immediately he's like, oh, he gave me money, guys. It's just a way for him to try to get under Detractor's skin by proclaiming how much money he got from a quote-unquote viewer. And he's trying to think like, hey, guys, look at me. I'm doing this game quite well that I made $100 from one person. It's like, Phil, does it really fucking matter? At this point, most detractors have become so desensitized by the fact that you made $100 or $1,000 at this point. We have become so desensitized to it. So now it's like, oh, he got that money? Wonder how many pulls he got in WWE Champions.
$100.
We get it, Phil.
Very nice.
And now you're making like a very authentic, in quotes, accent. I don't even know what the fuck you were trying to do.
Blanca appreciates this. On his climb to diamond.
Was that your fucking mating call whenever you saw a cat? You're like, hey, cat. You know, I was going to end it there with Street Fighter, but apparently he did play Tears of the Kingdom and he's trying to rush through it as quickly as fucking possible. So the thing that I noticed is that he had a lot to say during Tears of the Kingdom, and oh boy, this was one of them. He's always mad that he's not getting anything for overtime. Remember Scorn?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, also known as the worst possible Zelda Tears of the Kingdom playthrough ever done on the internet, at least according to morons on social media.
Wow, he has not let that go. Just because someone clipped him of the lightning as well as the ball puzzle, he has not let that grudge go. And it's clearly shown throughout Tears of the Kingdom. Like, and he's doing everything in his power to get clipped more. That way he has more attention. But he's not smart enough to understand that bad publicity is also good publicity. But he still wants to make it all about, yeah, it's all negative bullshit. Also, right there, you heard that little beeping noise? Yeah, that's the locator telling him, hey, there's a shrine nearby. You're getting close, buddy. He's just mashing away at that Pro Controller. It's like, come on. He's like doing this. He's like, come on. Hurry up. God damn it. Also, I know I'm pausing it a lot, but you see right there? Discovery. That's what Nintendo has made this game for. Searching out, looking out in the world. Discovery. Wait, Phil, what are you doing?
It said nearby down below, and now it's gone.
Because you were nearby it, Phil. You went to a cave, you're like, fuck that, and ran off like a bitch.
There's no shrine. It doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about.
Phil, you're already nearby a shrine. Why'd you leave?
Look, there's no shrine here.
Oh, there's no shrine here. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Can you guys tell me what the fuck to do? Was it in the cave?
Guys, you gotta tell me what to do. I mean, this Nintendo sucks at telling you where to go. Chad, hold my hand.
Was it seriously in the cave I was just at?
Yes, it was, Phil, and you ran away because you're a dumbass. Yeah, thank you, Gladiator. He doing it on purpose for sure. Exactly.
This is the dumbest fucking thing.
How is it the dumbest fucking thing, Phil? Are you trying to get clipped again on purpose? Oh, wait.
So next time around, we could do what you guys wanted me to do. But this is just being incredibly stupid at this point. I mean,
You're the one making it incredibly stupid, Phil. Anyone that went into that cave, you know, found it, went into it, they would explore the cave. Unlike you, it's like 3 seconds in. Nah, too nippy for me.
the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, but he loves Tears of the Kingdom, guys. This is the stupidest thing ever.
This is the worst sensor. It doesn't actually work and tell you anything.
It's beeping, Phil. That means it's working. I can just imagine him taking a metal detector to a beach, and it's going, it's like, oh, it was fucking broken.
It just annoys you?
No, Phil. It's not annoying anyone else playing the game. It's only annoying you because you're not aware of anything going on in this game, but yet it's Nintendo's fault.
What a waste of time. I was like, I'll give you guys some extra tonight. I was like, and by the way, and here's what I'll say, because this is one of the points that I was making with the Asmongold thing.
Oh god, you're still on about Asmongold?
Where Asmongold was like, oh, well, you see, if you play games extra, you know, you're rewarded by your audience. If you play games extra and you stay late or you play a lot more, you know, that you get more. It doesn't happen.
He's actually right about it, though, Phil. If you play the game extra, sure, you will get extra money, but it's not coming from your audience. What you seem to misconstrue is that you're thinking that, oh, people are just going to throw money at you just because you're playing the game longer. It's like, no, Phil, dumbass, that's not the point. You're maintaining, adding more to your algorithm here. But what you're doing is you're expecting people to give you money automatically because you stayed longer. As I mentioned before, you did the same shit with Scorn, got pissed off at your audience felt bad, and they're like, dude, I'm saving for something, I'm sorry I can't contribute, and you still got mad at these people. Like I said before, how can people give this man money if he's just going to be an ungrateful little shit?
For me, I have like a set schedule. I stream when I say I'm going to stream, and as long as I do, people show up and they'll support if they're going to.
And how's that working out for you, Phil? Oh, wait, $15? Didn't work out for you, did it?
Literally.
Also, 540 memberships? Yeah, didn't work out for you, did it?
Going overtime, no one contributes extra for it. And by the way,
because most of the time, they're either A, going to sleep, or B, they're busy with work. That's the one thing you don't understand. People outside of the internet have social lives. The people that tune into your streams, detractors, everybody that you make fun of, they have a life outside of the internet. They have shit that they need to take care of. But you seem to think that, no, they need to sit their asses in the fucking seats and give me money right then and there when I ask it. But whenever they don't get it, or don't give you the money, you still throw a little bitch fit.
I'm not expecting any of you to either.
Yes, you are. I'm doing overtime for you guys. I should be getting money because I'm going overtime.
Like, I'm just not, I would never say, oh, because I'm here extra, I think that I'm going to get something extra out of it or anything. You know what I'm saying?
But you do every single time. You're playing Tears of the Kingdom, a game you do not enjoy, and you're trying to make money out of it. Final Fantasy 16 looks like you're about to pass the fuck out and you're not having fun with it. You're closing to wage quitting that. Diablo 4, the same thing. Just any other game. You'll do the same thing with Spider-Man if it doesn't give you enough money.
But sadly, you know, some people have that mentality. Oh, I'm a big streamer. If I stay later, I'll make more. If I play more of a new release for 3 days and I beat it in 3 days, I'll make more. No.
Phil, that's not their fucking mentality. That's your mentality. Every other streamer that I've seen, Asmongold, Proton John, they're doing it because they love their audience. They want to entertain them. If they get money thrown at them, they can do so if they want to. It's not a fucking obligation. You're making it into an obligation that people that sit down, watch your stream, and just type away at their fucking keyboard, giving you money, giving you their mom's credit card. That's what you're wanting.
That doesn't happen with me at all.
Because they don't like your personality. You have a very toxic personality. Granted, you have like about 5% of the people that will give you money despite your toxicity. But every single time, all the other people that do it, they like the personality. They'll give money for the personality, not for the game that they're playing.
Oh, what I have consistent support from regulars who like what I do. Every once in a while, we'll get other people who come by and support in another way. But for the most part, it's consistent support from regulars. Literally going late, you know, doing marathon-style streams of new releases, doing midnight releases. The reason I stopped doing it is because people were telling me it didn't add anything and not to do it anymore. They didn't really care about it, you know?
No. You stopped because you got quote-unquote older. That you couldn't stay up late in the middle of the night to stream games. Another contributing factor would be that you got married and you can't do that anymore because I can't spend time with my wife.
You know what I'm saying? So those kind of techniques work if you're a huge streamer or a huge content creator, but not for someone like me who has like a smaller audience. It's a completely different situation. You know?
He was so tempted to say for people that have no lives and people who are single, not for those that have a family. He was about to say that, but he's like stuttering to get to a point.
Understand?
Phil, we understand that when other people do it, they do a lot better than you because they have a better personality. They're more likable. They're more enjoyable to be a part of their streams. You're not.
Anyway,
it's time go. At the end of the day, Phil just likes to take anything out of context, but likes to spin it around to his own benefit. Talking about the shit with Asmongold yet again for like the third time because, you know, third time's the charm. And he's trying to make himself look innocent by saying that he never attacked Asmongold and wants to say that Asmongold's on his side, even though Asmongold is on the neutral side. But for Phil to say that we take everything out of context, even though we provide the context of it, it just shows that he's very insecure about himself and that he's paranoid that people can find out more about himself. Even though he tries to defend himself and tries to hide everything personal to him, even though it's easily exposed through his fucking exaggerations. As for the salt that has transpired throughout the entirety of Street Fighter, he's going up against people that are Diamond, but also affiliated with the FGC and still active with it. So for him to say that, oh, these people are scrubs, if they're such scrubs, Phil, why are they a part of the FGC and why are they so good with these characters? It really makes you wonder that this guy who used to be a part of the FGC and actually knows how to play at quote-unquote pro level, it's clear as day that he doesn't seem to understand who is a part of the FGC, nor does he have any affiliation or care to do so. You know, research is key in that part. One last thing before we end things off. Phil, do not expect your audience to give you money, despite the fact that you're saying you're going into overtime with Tears of the Kingdom. It is not your fans' obligation, or anyone's obligation, to give you money while you proceed to go into quote-unquote overtime with it. Well, even though we've seen that you just want to get through this game as quickly as possible, throw it in your back burner, or just throw it into the trash where you think it belongs, and just continue on with your shitty gameplay. But I'm actually going to end it here with the beloved Phil prayer, like we tend to do here. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented. May we never become beggars like Darkside Phil. And for the love of God, if we ever see another tip from fucking Jinx, we're probably going to hope that he's going to dox him yet again, calling him Ryan. With that said, amen.